here we are on the Beam Minerals website. So if you don't know who I am a researcher, reviewer, and consultant for health equipment and health products. I put together protocols for clinics, practitioners, so if you need some guidance, let me know. If you're just an everyday person, I do coaching and consulting as well. So I'm the person that basically does the due diligence on all the kind of different modalities and products and can tell them apart and help people to figure out basically what to invest in, what's actually going to give them an ROI therapeutically or even financially. So I'm getting pretty good at this. Somebody submitted this to me by email, and you can find that below in the description, my email address, or in the comments. But Beam Minerals really started to trend because of the influencers, affiliates, and podcasts and stuff like that, and advertising that they started to do in the last year or two. Their timing was pretty good because there was a lot of buzz around an MLM called Black Oxygen, if you remember that one, which was a humic acid product, and it was just humic acid powder, not like in liquid form. And they did not have a Fulvic, they just had a humic acid. That one really started to trend. So the timing was pretty good for them to enter with basically a rebrand of compounds that have been around a long time and sold by many companies. So they're not really doing anything novel or unique here, just FYI. Okay. So in terms of people first learning, about fulvic and humic minerals, or fulvic and humic acids, those compounds, there's still a lot of people that don't know about what that is, even though it's been around a long time, sold by many companies. So I do appreciate a lot that they are just, again, helping bring this to people's attention, getting people to take them, because there really is a lot of benefits with them. I'm definitely an advocate for these types of compounds. There's a couple other good companies out there as well, okay, that might even be a better value, depending on how you analyze it versus this company. But nonetheless, these are good quality from this company. But in this video, I want to actually critique probably almost more their marketing and education, because it is a little misleading. So that's what I'm kind of getting into here. And also to kind of give you a couple tips as well. If you're into minerals and things like that, then I'll give you some other advice. So here we go. I just want to kind of get into we're on the shop all section right here, and this is one of their products, Electrolyze and MicroBoost. Okay, there's slight variations in the fulvic complexes that they have in here that kind of make a little bit of a difference. So it's a little bit more than just a packaging redesign between the two different products here. So what's inside of fulvic and humic acids? Well, any fulvic and humic acids, you'll find trace minerals, electrolytes, micronutrients, amino acids, and some B vitamins. And they are correct, 100% bioavailable in ionized form. And ionized is ideal, okay? Now, what is it ideal for? It's the ideal pure elemental form, when we're talking about minerals, that your cells can uptake or assimilate or utilize immediately, okay? And in all kinds of metabolic processes. So that also gives you an insight into something else, which is, what if you want to supplement with not just trace minerals, which is what these are. Let's see if I can open up the ingredients here. So these are the ingredients right here, and then okay, it's not on this page here, but basically when you click on more of the breakdown of the ingredients, like what's in humic and fulvic, there's a list somewhere. It'll actually show you here it is right here. It'll actually show you, I think it's 70 something trace minerals that are actually in it. But basically, it's important to remember that these trace minerals, oh my God, why am I having trouble finding it? Anyways, these trace minerals will satisfy your trace mineral needs, okay, from a nutritional standpoint, and most soils are depleted, especially in trace minerals. What they will not satisfy is your macro minerals. What do I mean? Okay, so macro minerals, we've all heard like the importance of potassium, okay, the importance of magnesium, the importance of sodium, the importance of zinc, manganese, I could go on, right? Selenium, okay, you get the idea. So your body simply, of course, uses more of certain types of elements, certain types of minerals, very, very important processes in the body, genetically, that, have a cascade of effects, okay, metabolically. A lot of people's health issues start with a combination of toxicity and a deficiency in minerals, key minerals. And that's honestly where most people's health issues start. It could start very, very young. It could start at any stage though, realistically. And so just to be clear, the way that this company markets, it is a little confusing for consumers who may think that if they take this product, that they will then be meeting all of their mineral needs nutritionally, which is absolutely wrong. Okay, you could keep taking this product, for example, and do your hair mineral test from, there's really only a couple labs that do it accurately, and you'll find that it's not really, it will help your mineral status across the board, which is good, don't get me wrong. It's good because that means that if you are supplementing additionally and you have a good diet, it will help you to take more of those nutrients from those things. So you would potentially, in that scenario, see some improvements in your mineral score. So don't get me wrong, great trace mineral product, fulvic humic acids are helpful. But people still, for the most part, have a lot of challenges with increasing and getting enough whole body tissue sufficiency in some of the key macro minerals. Okay, so this can help, but on its own, it is not going to fix those major deficiencies. So you will need some additional sufficiency. Now remember how I pointed out here about ionized form? That gives you insights. Okay, well, if fulvic and humic acids are 100% bioavailable, like instantly, right, it's amazing. Wouldn't that also mean that the pure ionized form of macro minerals, again, the big ones that you've probably heard of, right, that the body uses a lot of, right? Wouldn't the ionized form of those also be the best? Yes. So this will help you now in your research narrow down if you're trying to get more of the macro minerals in your, through supplementation. What you should do is specifically search for the ionized, properly ionized form. So I know it's still a little tricky. It is helpful to know this piece, but now you still have to do some due diligence when you find said company, and I can give you specific recommendations, I will on this video. You still have to do further due diligence and find out, okay, company manufacturer, how are you ionizing said macro minerals? Okay, so if it's magnesium in ion form, how are you doing that? What's your process? So that's another also important thing to look at if you're trying to find the best. In other words, that's the goal here, right? That's what I do, trying to find the best. The most absorbable, the most usable, the most pure, okay? So this is a huge thing. So you say, Alex, well, what about this magnesium from, 10X Health or Ben Greenfield recommended, whatever that has, 2 forms of magnesium in it, or 3 forms, or 4 forms. If you look at most magnesium, I'm just using that as an example. It's the case for all the other macro minerals as well. A lot of times they're chelates. That means they bound them to an amino acid. So say magnesium glycinate, magnesium citrate, magnesium, fill in the blank. Okay, so those are chelated. Those are not pure elemental form. If you ask the company how much of their product is in pure elemental form, you'll find it's very little. And you'll find that the ability to assimilate and utilize that chelate is poor. And for some of these minerals to meet your actual needs, to both address past deficiencies, especially if you have certain toxins that are competing for that mineral, and depending on your age and your activity level, in some cases, you might have to take like 1/3 to 1/2 of a bottle of a chelate of a mineral to even get enough every day. Ridiculous, right? But that's just biochemistry. These forms are, they're helpful to take versus not to take. Don't get me wrong. And some chelated supplement brands out there are absolutely better than others. And having multiple forms is better than less forms. All that is true. But you still have sticker shock, and you're still usually underdosing because it's so poorly assimilated, if that makes sense. Okay, so if you just roll with this form, ionized, okay, for macro minerals, so this doesn't really, this is not a macro mineral product, it's trace mineral. But if you then seek it out, so what brands? I'm going to put them below in the description box in the comments. One brand is rnareset.com, and the other is motherearthminerals.com. rnareset.com took a lot of their education, okay, in creating their product, actually from True Ott and from Dr. Linus Pauling, who are behind Mother Earth Minerals. Okay, so I lately am enjoying, just sidebar comment, the Remite from RNA Reset. That's like a multi-mineral from them. I'm getting slightly, I think, better results with that, and it's a little more complete than Mother Earth Minerals, the Rebalance. But what I would recommend is if you do go over and do full macro mineral dosing with Mother Earth Minerals, that you get the full kit and work on that for like 2 months, and then you can kind of back off and go into the multi-mineral. So, again, with regards to this, if you're doing macro mineral, especially ion forms, and you combine it with fulvic and humic acids, you absolutely will get better effects. It's very synergistic. This will help you to speed up the process of gaining tissue sufficiency in some of those macro minerals. It'll just speed up the process. For many, many reasons, it's actually very complex the way fulvic and humic acids work. But not only is it just delivering nutrients and making them more available, one nice thing that's doing is also really, really good at detoxifying in many different ways, fulvic and humic acids. Because part of the issue is the body gets clogged up, taking in toxins and heavy metals specifically that compete for organic minerals. So fulvic acids can help speed up that aspect of it, which is great. So your immune system and your body will just kind of replace the heavy metals faster with the good minerals. So again, I'm an advocate for this with an additional macro mineral ionized product. Now, in my opinion, is there something better, like a better value than this company? Yes. And I've put that company below in the description. You can check it out. And they have some concentrates and some unique formulations, which I like. I like the Tummy Love. That's a liquid humic acid combined with a fulvic. That may be one that you just want to focus on because it's kind of best of both worlds in one bottle. And I also have a coupon there as well. So if you actually compare how much you're getting in a large bottle like this, that is, just to be clear, it's larger because it's watered down, so it's mostly water. You don't have to drink all that water. You can just get it in like a tincture that's smaller concentrate. So I put that below in the description. But I think that's probably all I want to say for this. Again, they're good, trace humic and fulvic, but they're not going to meet your needs for all of the macro mineral electrolytes that you actually need. They're not going to meet your amino acid needs, your macro amino acid needs. Still to this day, pro athletes and everyday people, the vast majority that I encounter, clients, they're still deficient many times in amino acids. Still deficient. It's actually very commonplace for people not to be meeting their protein needs and not to know how to figure out how to meet the protein needs. So again, this is helpful, okay, in assimilating amino acids, but it's going to come nowhere close to helping somebody actually meet their amino acid needs. Same with the B vitamins. Most people, especially with polymorphisms being more common, you have to take very specialized B vitamins. Not always, but many times, and especially with gut dysbiosis that most people have going on and a lot of other stressors and environmental factors. Most people need, for some period of time until they get into maintenance mode, be taking specialized B vitamin supplementation in higher amounts and specific forms. Okay, so again, this will help a little bit, but it will help you absorb and utilize other B vitamin supplements, but on its own, this is absolutely not going to meet your nutritional needs. So I just want to be clear with that. If you don't really know how to look at these products and you don't have a lot of experience with kind of all the caveats of perfect nutrition, you might read all of this and be like, cool, I'm just going to take this one thing and it's just going to handle all these things for me. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. But this is a great complementary product in your quest to have perfect nutrition and in your quest to continually detoxify and keep your immune system strong. So if you have any questions about this, leave them below. And if you also want me to review any specific products that you see out there, you can just easily send me an email or you can post it below in the comments and I'll be happy to make a video about it.